Thank you, Presiding Officer, and I thank the Minister for advance sight of her statement. Let's be clear, though. The scheme had already failed long before any intervention from the UK Government. The statement today reflects the key concern of businesses having a scheme that works across the United Kingdom. I believe we could have saved a great deal of time and energy if the SNP and Greens had listened to those businesses in the first place. Nevertheless, this is an attempt to salvage something from the wreckage of a disastrous scheme. Just days ago, the Minister and First Minister were indulging in reckless scaremongering, threatening to scrap the scheme if glass wasn't included. They tried the old nationalist trick of picking a fight with the UK Government, but it backfired. They were rumbled, misrepresenting one of Scotland's leading drinks producers. Then Circularity Scotland and the logistics partner Biffa both confirmed the scheme can go ahead without glass. The fact remains that just days ago, the SNP Greens were ready to abandon deposit return. Humza Yousaf announced that, and I quote, "The removal of glass fundamentally threatens the viability of Scotland's DRS." So, can the Minister tell us, was the First Minister using glass as an excuse to ditch the scheme, or did he just not know what he was talking about?
Minister.
I'm unclear whether the member understands the situation as I have laid it out.
Obviously, probably not.
Scotland's deposit return scheme, as I have set it out, we will look forward to a date of October 2025, which is the earliest possible date that the UK Government has committed to delivering their scheme. The main conditions that have been applied to the scheme through the use of the Internal Market Act place us in an impossible position, so that going ahead of the UK means that we would be asking businesses to comply with regulations that we haven't seen yet. For example, I raised with the member that the UK Government, in their letter to us on IMA exclusion, wants to set a maximum cap on deposit levels. Now, this Parliament passed regulations for a deposit return scheme which has a 20p deposit. If the UK set that cap at 10p or 15p or 30p, that would be a substantial change for Scottish businesses. How are we to proceed with a scheme on the basis that we have to wait for the UK Government to make that kind of decision before we can give business any certainty? That is the impossible position which the UK Government has put us in, and the basis upon which we are being forced to delay the scheme beyond what we would have liked.